Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a wonderful Independence Day. You managed to celebrate the spirit of being Indian. There are many ideas of being Indian, and all of them are equally right and all of them are equally fair. And I hope we don't judge each other too hard and we're kind to each other as we would like everyone to be kind to us. That said, from 1947, we have come a long way, haven't we, as a country? So I thought today, more than focusing on US stocks and global economies and macroeconomic news, and God knows, since I'm recording it a day earlier, what Trump and Putin are doing, what the Taco and Paco are doing in Alaska. Definitely not eating a baked Alaska, I guess. That's one of Anand's favorite cakes, actually, baked Alaska. You guys should ask him about that if you ever catch him in a Q&A. Ask him, why do you like baked Alaska so much? But anyway, I digress. I always do. But there are three key components in a nation like India as we develop. And each one is a stage. And I thought we can correlate those stages to our own personal freedom and financial freedom. Because true freedom is not just political freedom, it is actually also includes financial freedom. And we should also aspire to have that as much as we participate in our democracy, which is vibrant, which is political freedom. We should also endeavor and pursue the idea of having financial freedom, not being beholden to anybody, including our government, for our financial needs. So the first stage is Swaraj. Swaraj is the right to govern ourselves. So as an investor, what is your Swaraj moment? I would say the moment you take control of your money is your moment of Swaraj, where you stop letting expenses, random stock tips, market noise control you, where you focus on saving with a purpose. That is a moment of Swaraj. You start learning about investing and you stop looking for hot tips, hot stocks. You start understanding what businesses are and analyzing a business. That is a moment when you stop becoming a financial colony and you start governing your own wealth, because you're not dependent on your master to guide you anymore. You become your own master. So that is the first step to financial freedom, I would say. The moment of Swaraj would be where you take control of your finances and you stop spending and you start more on saving as the purpose. Stage 2, Swadhinta, that means independence. For India, that was about building stability after freedom. We won hard fought freedom. We fought for long years and we finally won our freedom. But then it was about building a nation. Nation building happened and we focused on self-reliance, not only self-governance. We set up all our industries. Right or wrong, it's a path which we as a whole decided to take together. In our vibrant democracy, we voted and we moved forward year after year. Even now, I would say there's a lot of debate, I'm sure, about our elections and our democracy, but we still have voices and we still voice them. And we try to find ways to, find a perfect our democracy. So, same way, I would say for you, breaking from this would be free from the trap of, paycheck to paycheck. What we need is Swadhinta is to break away from this paycheck to paycheck mentality trap which we live in, to be debt free and building your emergency fund, having a bit of gold and making sure your monthly expenses will be covered by your future investment, your returns from your investment. Working towards that would be something you work and you choose to work by choice, not by compulsion. This is where value investing really starts shining, because you're not just buying assets, but you grow stronger every year. You're not gambling your hard earned money away. You look for opportunities and you keep investing and going towards that. That starts giving you independence. So, from freedom, we slowly move to independence. That independence is learning to take decisions for ourselves and moving forward with that. As our country did through the 1970s, 80s, and 1990s, this is the same is true for us. But true freedom, that is known as Swatantra, right? True freedom for a nation is to stand strong and be self-reliant and be respected in the world. And I think for us, that is also coming to truth when we talk about financial freedom, is that we stand strong and we're self-reliant and we have our own self-respect. That is important when you say you're financially free. your investments, make sure you're self-reliant. You're not dependent on a job, you're not dependent on a paycheck. You control your finances and financial freedom. You have your own self-respect to choose and do what you wish, when you wish, with whom you wish. So that passive income has to grow. And that passive investment has to grow to a point where it covers your lifestyle choices completely. And that is what Swatantra is about, where your dividends, your rental incomes, your portfolio growth, all those things contribute. So no matter what happens, you can spend your time the way you wish, be it with your family, be it with your passion, or whatever your purpose is, even as helping other fellow human beings, your fellow Indians, and not worrying about your EMIs. That is where true financial freedom comes. So that is what I would like you to focus on for the next year as we get closer to our next Independence Day. From here, we don't have to always have December 31st as our marker for starting the next 365 days chapter. Every day, every moment can be a marker which we set as the next 365 days. It could be a birthday, it could be a festival, Diwali or whatever, or it could be even the fact that we celebrate being Indians. It could be today. We choose to take our independence forward from this moment onwards. We decide to invest and take our financial freedom front and center, and for the next 365 days, no matter what global macroeconomics, financial turmoils may happen worldwide, that we personally, we decide to stabilize ourselves and take control of the right to govern ourselves financially, and take that independence seriously. That is a food for thought I want to leave you over the next 2 days as you enjoy the weekends. Of course, the markets were closed today in India, so there's no real market news. And the next 2 days is a long weekend. I'm sure some of you have decided to travel somewhere to spend time with your family, or gone somewhere also to be with your family. So if you are doing all that, have fun, be safe out there, enjoy yourselves, be responsible, and enjoy your freedom. And I'll see you again tomorrow, where I'll talk about something interesting, hopefully, and thought provoking, because I'm sure Taco and Paco would have come out with something from Baked Alaska for us to discuss. And I'll try to bring in Shashwat or Anand, if Anand is back from his travels, to the studio, and we will deep dive into that and analyze that and the implications of that going forward, because they're threatening to put in another 25% tariff on us, the Americans, and the Americans are encouraging the Europeans to do that to us too, if the talks with Russia doesn't go well, is what they've said. So by Saturday, we should know if the talks went well or not, and if we're going to get slapped with another 25. So that'll be interesting on Monday morning, won't it? Anyway, happy Independence Day, and take care, and see you tomorrow. Wish you a great evening. Jai Hind.